Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. My name is Kaysyifa Rahma Hamidin and I want to present about internship report on Al-Azhar Islamic School Yayasan Syiar Bangsa. Introduction. The world of work is a real world where students must be one step ahead from the world of campus and require themselves to have a good character, responsible, and able to compete and adapt to advanced technology. Therefore, in an effort to establish this attitude, the university held Field Work Practices program, which is shortened as PKL. Hopefully, this program can shape the character of students so they can compete in the tough competition between the world of work and technology. Practitioners chose Yayasan Syiar Bangsa as a place for PKL because the division which is placed for practitioner is in accordance with the fields of knowledge that practitioners are currently taking. The division named Finance and Accounting Division. In this place, practitioner wants to learn how the financial and accounting systems are managed by educational institutions. The purpose of the internship: 1. Fulfills one of the graduation requirements of the D3 Accounting Study Program, Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta. 2. Implementing the knowledge of accounting that has been obtained in the world of work in accordance with the field of accounting. 3. Studying new insights and knowledge in finance and accounting in educational operations. The objective of the internship: 1. Gaining work experience before entering the world of work. 2. Develop mind to more open and wide. 3. Obtain insight and knowledge in finance and accounting. 4. Increase discipline, responsibility, self-confidence, and not give up easily. The benefits of internship for the student: 1. Fulfill one of the graduation requirements. 2. Get good insight and knowledge in the finance and accounting. 3. Get new experiences in the world of work and develop the knowledge that has been obtained from current learning. 4. Get an overview of the world of work starts from discipline, responsibility, and self-confidence. For FAWNJ, 1. Create good relations between the Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta, and Yayasan Syiar Bangsa. 2. Create graduates who are ready to be involved in the world of work. 3. Introducing the Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta to the Yayasan Syiar Bangsa. The location of the internship. The company name is Yayasan Syiar Bangsa, SD Islam Al-Azhar 61 Sumarekon Serpong, and address Jalan Sayantia Boulevard, Sumarekon Serpong, Tangerang, Banten, and we can contact them ke 0215568488 and the website www.syiarbangsa.org and alazharsumarekonserpong.co.id. The timeline of the internship. The preparation phase. The preparation phase begins with practitioner managing the administration of PKL application letter through the Faculty of Economics officer, then transferred to back home by online. Practitioner do online interview session via Google Meet on November 6, 2020. And after receiving the announcement of PKL acceptance at the Yayasan Syiar Bangsa, practitioner officially implemented PKL starting on November 9, 2020. As soon as practitioner did an interview, practitioner immediately submitted a request letter to the head of subdivision Faculty of Economics UNJ. And then the implementation phase, practitioners officially do the PKL starting from November 9, 2020 to January 29, 2021. And practitioners' working hours start from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. every Monday until Friday. Actually, the operating hours of Yayasan Syiar Bangsa should have started from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., but due to efforts to prevent the COVID-19 virus, the working operating hours were changed to 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. PKL activities are carried out by offline, with the practitioner present and supervised by a supervisor. And the last is reporting phase. Practitioners started working on PKL reports in December 2020 while on vacation from PKL activities and worked until they finished implementing PKL. Practitioner compiled reports based on the FAWNJ Fieldwork Practices Guidebook and asked for guidance for supervisor in writing reports. General review of the location of the internship. The history of the company. Yayasan Syiar Bangsa is a social organization that is engaged in the realization of responsibility and care in the social sector to develop life and quality of the people in Indonesia. Yayasan Syiar Bangsa was established under the auspices of PT Sumarekon Agung Tbk and was formed by PT Bakti Karya Sejahtera and has collaborated with Al-Azhar Islamic Boarding School Foundation or YPI to manage the Al-Azhar Sumarekon Islamic School. Yayasan Syiar Bangsa has expanded the scope of the Al-Azhar Islamic School, one of which is in the Serpong area, Tangerang. Al-Azhar Islamic School Sumarekon Serpong is an Islamic school built after a school located in Sumarekon, Bekasi. This school is located on Jalan Sayantia Boulevard, Sumarekon Serpong, next to the Sayantia Digital Center, while SMP Islam Al-Azhar Fas 1 Sumarekon Serpong is in front of the Multimedia Nusantara University campus. Yayasan Syiar Bangsa has a vision and mission in carrying out its operation. First is vision, to become an organization that excels in the development of Islamic education based on science and technology or IPTEC and Iman and Taqwa or IMTAQ in Indonesia. Second is mission, to build and provide quality education facilities, participate in improving the quality of life and intelligence of the community, supporting the moral improvement of the younger generation and society in general. Every company must have an organizational structure that is created for smooth communication and cooperation between one position and another. Yayasan Syiar Bangsa, which was established under the auspices of PT Sumarekon Agung Tbk, heads the leads two sections, namely the Building Management section and the Finance and Accounting section. The Building Management section oversees the administration, marketing, systems, and technical assistance, as well as external relations. The Finance and Accounting section leads the Finance and Accounting Coordinator in charge of employees from the Finance and Accounting Division. General activities of the company. Yayasan Syiar Bangsa is an institution that is engaged in science and education. Apart from working with PT Sumarekon Agung Tbk, Yayasan Syiar Bangsa also collaborates with Al-Azhar Islamic Boarding School Foundation atau YPI Al-Azhar in the teaching staff. Thus, both teachers and trainers from the schools are come from YPI Al-Azhar. Meanwhile, the labor of Yayasan Syiar Bangsa manages the school in the administration, finance, and facilities as well as technical sections. In the administrative section, what is managed is school administration, which is responsible for taking care of school needs such as student uniforms, stationery, and others. Then, the marketing department is responsible as a contact point and takes care of registering new students. Meanwhile, in the finance accounting section, this section is responsible for managing the required operational finances, managing taxes from vendors, and making financial reports as a form of accountability for Yayasan Syiar Bangsa. And next is the implementation of the internship. Field of work. While carrying out duties at Al-Azhar 61 Sumarekon Serpong Islamic Elementary School in the Finance and Accounting section, practitioner was guided by Putri Wulansari Kosnadi as the Finance and Accounting Division Coordinator at the Serpong branch of the Syiar Bangsa Foundation. Practitioners are assigned to do several jobs, namely as follow: make a bank receipts for a cash from a, make a bank receipts from a cash or bank purchase invoice, validate bank receipts before transferring it to the accounting worker, journalize cash or bank income and disbursement, create vendor invoicement receipts, enter SPP, SD, and SMP admissions into the system, and prepare bank reconciliations. The implementation. 1. Make a bank receipt from a cash or bank purchase invoice. In this job, practitioners were asked to make a bank receipt through the web portal system of PT Sumarekon Agung Tbk. These evidence are made as proof that the payment and purchase invoice have been paid, as well as being an introduction to the accounting department for the journalizing process. 2. Validate bank receipts before transferring it to the accounting worker. In this job, practitioners are asked to check whether the bank receipts that have been made are correct with the accountability report. If it's correct, practitioners validate the evidence and then transfer it to the accounting department to be journalized immediately. This work is done using the web portal system of PT Sumarekon Agung Tbk. 3. Journalize cash or bank income disbursement. In this job, practicants were asked to record transactions that have been validated by the finance officer. The system for recording a transaction at Yayasan Syiar Bangsa is carried out using the PT Sumarekon Agung Tbk web portal system. 4. Create vendor invoice receipt. In this work, practitioners were asked to make a receipt of the invoice given by Yayasan Syiar Bangsa Corporation vendor. Practitioner getting one invoice file along with the other files as a requirement document. 5. Enter SPP, SD, and SMP admissions into the system. In this work, practitioners were asked to post tuition fees from elementary and junior high schools whose acceptance columns had been updated by the Finance and Accounting Coordinator. The purpose of posting this SPP admission is to record SPP admissions from SD and SMP students so that there are no double or repeated admissions. And the last we have prepare bank reconciliation. In this work, practitioner was asked to reconcile the three existing banks in Yayasan Syiar Bangsa, namely the SD Parent Bank atau Bank Induk SD and the SMP Parent Bank or Bank Induk SMP and the Operational Bank or Bank Operasional. This work is done using the Microsoft Excel application with manual use. The obstacles encountered of the internship. 1. There is a COVID-19 pandemic health protocol at Azhar Islamic School itself, which encourages employees to work from home, so that practitioners' work accumulates because they don't have access to control the portal site from home. 2. In carrying out the reconciliation procedure, practitioners often didn't find transactions that matched unpaired transactions in the previous month, so the balance between the checking account and the ledger was always unbalanced. While working, the portal from PT Sumarekon Agung Tbk experienced several interruptions, so that practitioners' work was delayed until the portal could be accessed again. 4. In carrying out the journaling process, practitioners often encountered errors in entering the CHOA or card of account because there were too many COAs at the Syiar Bangsa Foundation and practitioners were often mistaken. The way to overcome the obstacles. 1. Practitioner ascertaining the schedule of the financial staff when they will work either from home or from the office. 2. Practitioner again asking about guidance from the accounting officer who has the responsibility of reconciliation, then we practice being careful. 3. Practitioner always asks about updates from the IT, also perform tasks that can be done manually. 4. Practitioner again asking for guidance from the accounting officer and looking at the same transactions with the previous month or year, then copying them. Conclusion. In carrying out PKL, practitioners run PKL activities for 50 days or the equivalent of 300 hours of work. During that time, practitioners have gained several experiences in working in an institution that is engaged in education. The financial system of Yayasan Syiar Bangsa can be said to be very simple, so that practitioners can more easily understand. In implementing PKL at Yayasan Syiar Bangsa, which is engaged in educational services, practitioners can conclude that 1. Practitioner gaining additional knowledge as well as a place to practice responsibility, discipline, and never give up. 2. Practitioner can find out how the financial system and institution engaged in educational service. 3. Practitioner can find out the jobs carried out by the financial institution in the educational services sector. 4. Practitioner experience how the world of work will be faced in the future so that they can better prepare themselves in the future. And then suggestion. In carrying out this PKL, practitioner realized that practitioners still make many mistakes at work. In addition, practitioners also experience several obstacles in carrying out these activities. The suggestion that practitioner can provide are as follows. For the student, 1. It would be nice before doing PKL activities, practitioner must have careful preparation both physically and logically. 2. Practitioner must actively ask questions and communicate with the supervisor or officer who works on the spot. 3. Practitioner must be willing to build smart, responsible, disciplined, and doesn't give up easily attitude. And then for FONG, it's hoped that the Faculty of Economics FONG will provide overall information about PKL and the COVID-19 pandemic, such as the registration flow and its provisions to students so that students can prepare more thoroughly. And it's hoped that the Faculty of Economics UNJ has a good relationship with Yayasan Syiar Bangsa and can work together on the next PKL opportunity. And that's the presentation from me. Hopefully what I have presented that can provide understanding for you. And I excuse myself. I apologize if there is a word wrong or mistaken behavior. If you have any questions, you can contact me via email kaysyifa@gmail.com. And thank you.